Hello everyone, your voice here and welcome to our channel Sansevieria 101. So for this episode, we're going to do a follow through of the previous episode which I started. I made a new playlist for it and it is the cylindrica species. So the previous episode is the cylindrica variety patula, and what I'm showing you right now is a very unusual kind of specimen. Though it is still part of the cylindrica species, it is an artificially made cylindrica. So as you can see, the leaves of this specimen is very chunky and very fat. You can almost see that it is as big as 3 of my fingers, and we will take measurements later on, and I will explain the characteristics of the said plant. I actually have the tool here to measure how chunky the leaves are. They are artificially dosed with chemical that I'm not very familiar with, and to maintain it to that size, I don't have the specific chemical to retain the size of growth. So we are going to measure the vertical diameter of the leaves, and it is 46.3. I am having vertical and horizontal measurements because we are dealing with a cylindrical type of leaf of the Sansevieria genus. So we are measuring the vertical, and it's 46.3 millimeters in comparison to the cylindrica varpatula, which measures around 25 to 30 millimeters in comparison to almost double its size. So I measured the vertical diameter. I'll measure the horizontal. This is the horizontal, and it measures almost the same, 47.6 millimeters. We can measure this other one. It's kind of hard to do it. I'm just careful not to graze the surface of the leaf because it will not grow the same size, or it will not grow new leaves of the same size because, like I said, they are artificially dosed to make them chunky and large in comparison with the newly grown leaves. So if you don't have the chemical that makes this leaf very large or very chunky, you will have new growth that are smaller in cylindrical measure compared to the leaves wherein the leaves that came with it when you bought it. So the moment you bought it, they're very big leaves. I'm not sure how they did it or what chemical they used to make it bigger, but the moment you bought them at that appearance, the new leaves that will grow when you replant them will be this one, and we can actually measure it. So it goes back to the measurement of normal cylindrica leaves, which is about 25 to 30 millimeters in diameter. So we're measuring the horizontal. The vertical would be very close to it, so it is around 22 to 22 on the vertical diameter of the leaf to in comparison to the 25 of the horizontal, which is very closely measured. So that is the difference between the new leaves that it grows when it's not dosed off with the specific chemical that is used on set when you brought the plant. So 22 versus the almost 50 millimeters that was boosted before you bought them. So after you have purchased and you replant them, they will never grow the same size of leaves. Instead, they will grow normal cylindrical leaves. So how do we know where or what the original species or variety of cylindrica Sansevieria Obake belongs to? So we go to what pup it will produce for you. So the pup it produced for you is this one. Take note of this sheet, because that is very significant in distinguishing Sansevieria cylindrica variety patula and cylindrica variety cylindrica. So cylindrica variety cylindrica, folks, is a cylindrica variety that is not very prolific. It does not pop profusely as Sansevieria variety patula would actually do. And cylindrica variety cylindrica actually grows very long leaves. So I'm backing up so you can see how long the leaves are. Actually, it's not enough for the camera to capture the whole height, but that is the whole height. And you see my camera on the side, because I need to back out for you to see how long the cylindrica cylindrical leaves are. So another comparison of cylindrica patula to cylindrica cylindrica is cylindrica variety patula is a very compact variety. It is leafier compared to cylindrica variety cylindrica. So as you can see on the previous episode, cylindrica variety patula is fan shaped and it has more leaves, and on that pot you can see that it has a lot of offsets or pups. So it multiplies profusely or faster compared to cylindrica variety cylindrica. As you can see on this pot, there is only one pup or offset of the Sansevieria Obake, which became cylindrica variety cylindrica. Alright, so going back, it's hard to position the plant because it's very long. It's very long, and it is actually dragging into the wall. So what I'm planning to do is I'm going to separate the offset, which is cylindrica cylindrica, from Sansevieria Obake, and I will be removing this new leaf from it. So I might make a separate video wherein I remove the offset and I remove the different leaf from my Sansevieria Obake. So I'll show you another video, and for now this is what I can describe to you as where Sansevieria Obake originated, or what it will revert to when it becomes normal again, or once the chemical that was used to it runs out. It is an artificially made plant, so it is your discretion if you don't want to purchase something artificial like such. As for myself, I have purchased Sansevieria Obake for the sake of learning about it. So it was helpful for me to know that the pops or offsets that is going to come out of it will not be Bonsal. It will not be Cylindrica patula, but instead it is the original Cylindrica variety cylindrica. Alright, so folks, I think this is it for this clip. I'll be including, I think by tomorrow I'll remove the offset and I'll show you that they are connected, that I have not just replanted that longer cylindrica, var cylindrica with the pot, and I will be removing that very long leaf from my Sansevieria Obake so that I have the original appearance of what I purchased again. So I guess it's something like what you do to bonsai plants, wherein you remove roots from it, you remove the extra parts of the plant that you don't want to have. So it requires a lot of maintenance for it to retain the form that was when you originally purchased it. So for folks that do not want to buy Obake because they're artificial plants, that is your own choice. If you want to buy Obake just because you want to have something that looks fat, at least now you know that it doesn't stay as it is the moment that you buy it. I guess that's what I can tell you about this unusual artificial Sansevieria that I have featured for this content. But aside from that, I will update you by tomorrow and just include it on the same episode when I have uprooted it, or perhaps I don't want to uproot it, but I just want to remove the offset from it, and I will be including that video. Perhaps I will just dig lightly on this side, and I will cut the rhizome connection between the mother plant and this cylindrica var cylindrica offset. So I'll be back with another clip. Stay tuned, folks.
A few moments later.
Alright, folks, so I'm back, and I am actually preparing to remove the offset from the Sansevieria Obake, and I'm clearing out the spot or the connection. I think this is what you call the stolon of Sansevierias. This is what connects the mother plant, which is the Obake, to the reversion to the offset, which is cylindrica var cylindrica. So what we'll do is we'll have this scalpel, and we'll disinfect with hydrogen peroxide as usual, so we can cut off the connection from them. So this is just my guess, and actually this is the only connection that they have, so I'm positive that if I remove this, I'll be able to remove the offset from the mother plant, which is the Obake. So I'm going to cut it open. It's kind of hard because you can't tilt it over, so you can easily cut off the part. Alright, I'm still trying to cut it. Alright, so it's cut. So we'll try to pull out the pulp from it. Hopefully I can remove it without disturbing the roots from the mother plant. So there you go. So like I mentioned, this is the connection, and this is the root from it. It has not rooted all over the pot, so we're good. Some damage, so we have to spray with hydrogen peroxide. Alright folks, so we successfully removed the cylindrica, cylindrica from the Obake. So we'll just have to spray over the part that we have cut off, and this is how cylindrica cylindrica looks like. This one is a very important part of cylindrica cylindrica, because you won't see it on cylindrica variety patula. So as you can see, if this was cylindrica patula, you'd have several leaves in cylindrica that is as long as big as what I'm holding right now. But like you see, instead of being very leafy or compact, cylindrica cylindrica, especially my cylindrica cylindrica, only has two leaves. I will try to replant it. It's very tall. I think let me show you if I can move back and show you how large the plant is. All right. Let me get the 24-inch ruler. All right. So I don't know if you can see how I'm holding it. I'm holding it from the base. All right, that's the base, and we are measuring. It's very hard to move because it's very long. That's the 24-inch mark, and I'm going to measure it, and it is close to 3 feet. It is measuring, that's 24 inches plus 23, so it is around 47 inches all in all. All right, so there you go. So it's over 3 feet, folks, closely to 4 feet. I'm not sure if I'm going to plant it, if it will grow longer, but this is how it looks like as of the current. So I'm going to set this aside and measure the actual specimen that we are discussing. Alright folks, so we're back into measuring the Sansevieria Obake. So this is the 24-inch ruler, and Obake is 13 inches. The new growth from it, you have to move back again so I can have you see the actual specimen. And this is the longest leaf, the new leaf that grew from the Obake. It's measuring, if I make it straight, I would say it's 21 inches. That's how long the new leaf of the Obake grew that is very different from the original specimen that I bought. So what I'm going to try to do next is I'm going to remove this new growth. Uh, it's actually a bit hard to do that. So I'm going to need some light. Hold on a sec. Alright. Okay, so what we'll do now is we're going to remove the new growth from it so I can retain how Obake looked like when I first bought it. We're still gonna use this. Alright, we're cutting through the new leaf that grew. It's actually very difficult to do. Alright folks, I guess we got it. So we have the new leaf that grew differently because it doesn't have the chemical that it grew with, or it originally had when it was being sold. Alright, so I guess it's very hard to um, remove the new leaf that grew with it. I might have to go back and get something to cut off the remaining part. So I'll be back in a bit again.
A few moments later.
So right folks, we're back, and I have managed to successfully perform the operation of removing this unusual growth, although this is what you would usually call how they grow normally, but it will look unusual from the original plant which you have purchased, which is the Sansevieria Obake, which has a very chunky leaf. As you can see, that's the difference, almost half of it, when the chemical that it grew with initially ran out, and you will be left out with growing new leaves that will grow from it, will be reverted back to normal cylindrica, variety cylindrica. And I also removed the pups or the offset from it, which I have shown you, which also reverted to the normal size of cylindrica. So it reverted to the variety cylindrica cylindrica. And I'll look for where I can replant this offset that came from the original plant. As you can see, I'm comparing it at the back part. It's almost twice the size of the artificially boosted leaf that I have purchased it with. So the pups reverted to cylindrica cylindrica. I had to remove the new growth so I can restore it to its original, not really the original, but in terms of how I acquired it initially from the market, wherein it has the artificial growth or boosted growth of having the chunky leaf. So I have removed the new leaf that grew with it, and perhaps I will replant it and check out if it will give you the same form of cylindrica cylindrica, or the offset might become leafier than the original or the species which it reverted to, and perhaps I will be updating you with it. So, a final note to everyone, if you don't want a plant that will initially or in the future after purchasing it will give you uh, a reverted form of cylindrica, I advise you not to purchase Sansevieria Obake. But if you just like the plant to satisfy um whatever likes that you have, then by any means, please do get the plant. But if you don't like having an artificially grown plant wherein it will give you a reverted plant which is not as big as you would expect it to be, and grow leaves that are thinner than the leaves that you first bought it with, then I don't advise you to purchase Sansevieria Obake, because it is an artificially produced plant. It is not a normal Sansevieria. It needs chemicals for it to retain the growth rate. If you don't have that chemical that they use, you won't be able to grow it chunkier or the same leaves which you have purchased it with. So I guess this is it for this content. If you like the featured discussion, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you, everyone.